Good morning, everyone. My name is Natalie, and I will have Dr. Miriam, the inventor of BLAFit, join me in just a second. But for those of you who are new here and just want to get a little bit more information about what BLAFit is, I want to give you a quick breakdown on what it is. It's a facial exercise device that can be used two ways. There's a horizontal exercise and there's a vertical exercise. And the vertical exercise is really good if you want to help plump up those lips, define that jawline, especially if you have a little bit of some sagging jowls and kind of want to get these neck muscles tightened. That is a really great exercise. And for those of you that have TMJ or experience frequent headaches, the vertical exercise is really going to help you. The horizontal exercise is really good if you want to lengthen that smile and lift up those cheekbones. So you really only need to do these exercises for just 1 minute a day and you will notice results. It can be anywhere as immediately after, or it can be long-term results as well.
Just like any other workout.
Absolutely, exactly. And so today's topic is discussing about how BLAFit is really an anti-aging device, because we're talking about how, I was just explaining to the audience about how it can really help to, tone and define, but can you explain to us a little bit about how BLAFit is?
Sure.
Oh yeah, and by the way, this is Dr. Miriam.
I think the audience knows already who I am. Good morning, everybody, on a Monday morning. Yes, so when I created BLAFit appliance, because the way and the nature of how it's designed, and it anchors around the corner of the lips, whether it's horizontal or vertical, and the resistance that we built on the appliance, I'm sure most of the audience are already our friends, but the way it's made, this is where the tension that's built, kind of like weight lifting, right? Exactly. With your mouth, so that you do the workout. It really engages the muscles from under your eyes to your side of your face, to your jawline, all the way to deep muscles that are your airway muscles, which people that snore, usually that muscle becomes really loose. It tightens that muscle, and by tightening that muscle here, it pulls the jowls up and it creates a more defined jawline. It also lifts the cheekbones by tightening the muscles that we're engaging under the orbit. Of course, all the exercises are using the lip muscle, so the lip is another area that we're continuously plumping. Now we're not plumping, the outer layer of the lip is the pink layer. Underneath that is several layers of muscles that we're engaging. So we're building it from under up. So it's like a building. You're not just putting something on top. Right. We're building it from foundation up and lifting things out. And when we're doing these exercises, we're actually creating pumping action, which means the blood supply to the facial structure will increase, which means when we have increased blood supply, that means we have increased collagen formation. It's kind of like people massaging your face fast, but you're doing it with a special resistance. And if you add breath to the work, then you have a meditational workout where you actually increase your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest system, which will allow you to increase immune system boosting and all the good health benefits. And the reason that we tap into parasympathetic, because when we're doing the vertical exercise, we're actually shifting the lower jaw forward in one of the exercises. I'm just going to quickly demo one of the exercises.
Oh wow. I always love seeing Dr. Rand do it because her range of motion is just immaculate. It's look at those neck muscles that are just being engaged. How defined everything, how toned everything looks.
I didn't breathe in those exercises because I didn't want to make it noisy because I knew you were going to talk. I'm going to do one with the breath because now we know more than ever that breathing is such an essential component to our overall being and healthy. And I've been promoting nasal breathing for years in my practice. I started today a little bit off. I am a dentist with practice limited to orthodontics, TMJ, and sleep apnea in Manhattan Beach, California, with almost 30 years of experience. Next year will be my 30th year of doing these three fields. I'm diplomat of all the three areas, and I'm one of the leaders in the field of TMJ, airway, and orthodontics a different way. So in my practice, ever since I started doing in 1990s, I learned that taking breathing exercises through your nasal pathway will increase pure oxygenation to the body. And when you breathe through your nose versus your mouth, you're breathing through the hair follicles that are inside, hair cells that are inside our nasal pathway, and they're catching all the pollutants and all the bad things that not supposed to be. They filter. It's a filter system here, and you're bringing that pure oxygen to paranasal sinuses, and then from there, there's something very interesting that oxygen becomes nitrous oxide. And now we've got the nitrous oxide, which if you read about it, is one of the most potent gas that will zap any bacteria, virus, and fungus in our body. Now we have we created that oxygen, created a defense mechanism for your body to stay healthy and not let any pathogen, any foreign pathogen to get into your body. So for years I've been promoting nasal breathing to children, and now we know more than ever, any exercise, even if you're at the gym and you're doing your squats, if you remember to breathe through your nose and release through your mouth, it's a relaxation technique. It touches and taps into a system in your brain that creates digestion, creates relaxation. For those of you that have weight issue, just do breathing. You don't want to do anything different. You want to keep eating what you're eating. Add the breathing exercises during the day. It's already going to be a fat burning mechanism. Because when you don't get oxygen is one of the sources of burning fat. And when we're not in that state of, when we're lacking oxygen and we're shallow breathers, we're not getting enough for digestion. We're not getting enough to have this whole body in a calm situation. So knowing all that knowledge, when I created BLAFit appliance, as we learn more and more every day about it and heard people's comments on it, we are now working with a yoga instructor, which we always talk about her, Sylvia, and she will be invited again, that if you add breath to this workout, now with the jaw shift, breath, you're opening the blood supplying nerve and artery to the brain and creating this blood flow to the face, to the head, to the back of the neck for those that have neck pain. It will increase all of that and it reduces all that pain. So here it is. I'm going to add the breath to it now. Beware, because after I do this, I'm going to feel like a bit high and relaxed, and I may not continue, but let me just do 2 of them with the breath, the way I do it. Now this is the maximum opening of a very healthy jaw, normal range of motion. So we have calculated all these distances that are in BLAFit appliance. I get people commenting, oh, $85 for such a simple thing. We can put a little clip in our mouth and do it. It's not true. Although it hurts my feeling, because it's not something that was simple. We actually work with an aircraft engineer, a physician, and multiple trial and errors of different prototypes to come up with the one that we're selling now. And it costs us so much money and so much time so that we could create something that does not create jaw tension, doesn't make your clicking go people that have jaw clicking, it doesn't increases the clicking. In fact, if you do it correctly, you will reduce your jaw clicking because you're tightening a muscle that attaches to the disc that in your jaw clicks in and out. So, and we included, in order for patients and customers to understand that this is something that my heart is in and I believe in it, and it really works so many different things, including TMJ. It could be a sideline parallel to TMJ treatment. So all my patients that I treat TMJ, they get one of these, that we train them here. And we included a 5-minute for anybody around the globe that needs to have training. I mean, they buy the BLA, they get 5 to 10 minute training from us here so that we can look at your mouth via Zoom, see what you need, what your complaints are, if you have TMJ or not. I look at your jawline and I give you that perfect prescription of what to do. So this is something that worth hundreds of dollars. In fact, if somebody has smart brain and marketing tools, they can do a lot more with this than I could do. As somebody that's a clinician that cares about my patient, I wanted to create something inexpensive that will replace injections, that will replace some of the expensive TMJ treatments that are out there that I do. And some of us are in remote areas where we're not next to a doctor. Some of us are in remote areas and financially cannot afford injections. And I wanted to create a philosophy that's non-invasive, a different vision of how we look at our face, so that we can start thinking that this is another part of our body. We tend to care so much about skincare and injections rather than real workout. But then yet we go and hit the gym and we work out the rest of our body. I don't know what part of our westernization we forgot face yoga, face exercises. This is exactly what it is. It's a face yoga with resistance. So the resistance is what creates that extra tension, and we will train you of how to do it correctly. And without that training, you will get the workout, but you won't get all the benefit. And that's why it's our passion.
Absolutely.
I just feel like, for me, BLAFit appliance, this morning I was thinking, there's so much news going on. I'm from Iran, and I know that some of you in the audience, I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. There's so much going on with women's rights in the world, even here in the US. And we want to be able to, the Me movement, and women should have the right to look, to be who they are. We shouldn't be judged. We shouldn't be having a certain facial structure and makeup to be able to be acceptable. We don't have to all look a certain way to be acceptable. We should be able to express ourselves freely and be the best natural self that we want to be, and not what the magazines dictate and what they do. So I'm one of those big advocates that I try to teach my daughter, you don't have to dress like Kim Kardashian. You don't have to dress like, just dress when you want to buy something that you feel good in it. Don't look at what the trend is, what the pattern is. That's something that I always stayed away from all my life. If everybody's wearing black, I'm probably going to wear blue, just because I want to say that I have my own expression, and world cannot dictate me what's right, what's wrong. BLAFit appliance is a language for me to show women that you empower yourself, be the best version of you, but don't hurt yourself. Don't put yourself into expensive procedures to just look good so that somebody passes by and say, oh, she's pretty. Or to get acceptance, or to have guys like you or girls like you or whatever. Just learn to have, it comes from inside. And if I care for myself from inside, I will eat good, I will sleep better, I will meditate, I will walk, I will do a lot of spiritual healing. And I will do my workout just for the rest of my body on my face. There's nothing more or less we need to do to be perfect and complete. You are perfect and complete just the way you are. and we're not all the same shape, the same height, the same weight, the same genetic coding. We cannot put ourselves into extreme places to be acceptable and to be accepted and to be loved. There's one for all of us in this universe that would love us just the way we are if we choose to be in relationship. So you don't have to do anything more or less. So that would be my word of talking about Iran. I just lost my train of thought. Is that they've killed a young 22-year-old Mahsa Amini. She was walking in the street and she had the hijab, the head covering, but some of her hair was showing. And some extremist government police got her and took her custody, and I think they beat her up where she had brain injury and she passed away. And now in Iran it's a huge movement where women are cutting their hair, and I mean it's like hopefully something bigger could happen, but it just shows that as women we're so powerful. We're so powerful if we're giving our space and our room to be able to grow the way we want. I just personally think that we could be great leaders in the world.
Absolutely.
Best moms. And as a mother, we run the household, then we can run the country.
Yes, that was
a very big woman activist here.
Absolutely, I definitely agree with that. I think that's, that is why BLAFit Appliance is so important. As you just said, it's more than just like exercising your face. It's more about learning to love yourself, learning to take care of yourself, prioritizing your health.
Yes. And if this was a fake brand, I would be right now, I had to come in front of TV. I wanted to be like, have makeup, have all this stuff. I just literally woke up, put my clothes, put my hair back, put a headband. Right now I ran and put some lip gloss because my lips were dry from the weather. And I think you did the same.
Yeah.
And there's not much thought process of doing something for you out there. I did enough for me. And I made sure my face was clean and it's exercised, and I made sure that I could get some good rest. Rest is very important component of our overall health. Sleep is very important. If those of you that have clenching muscles, and I treat you here in my practice, jaw clenching and jaw clicking and headaches, we will train you in this practice via Zoom how to use the BLAFit Appliance before sleep to increase that relaxation in your jaw muscles so that you don't clench at night. It will decrease your snoring a bit, and it will stop the clicking if you do it the way we tell you. We've seen it over and over and over again in my practice, and that's it.
I would also like to just talk about my experience last night with BLA.
Tell me.
So it was about maybe it was an hour before I went to sleep, maybe actually 30 minutes before I went to sleep. And so I decided I would do my exercises with BLAFit. I did about 5 repetitions with the vertical exercise, breathing. I was very slow and controlled, practiced my nasal breathing, and then maybe did additional 5 other exercises, but without the breathing. So it was mostly just focusing on the mind to muscle connection. And I felt so relaxed. I felt so good afterwards.
Trust me, it does that to you.
Yes, it was really good. I did the horizontal exercise as well. And normally when I do the horizontal exercise, I don't actually incorporate breath work into it, but I decided to incorporate it last night as well. And it really just set me up for a really good night's sleep. I felt pretty tired. I was like, I feel very relaxed. I think it's time for me to go to sleep. Within 15 minutes, I went to sleep and I just felt so good. I woke up feeling good. So definitely, if you're considering you want to help something to just set you up for a good night's rest, BLAFit Appliance, I can say will do that. It will help with that for sure.
And this is a small company. It's owned by a woman entrepreneur, me, and my practice. And we're not producing millions to be able to give it cheaper. The day that comes that more people are able to be reached, then we may be able to have when the producers are making it, the molding company makes it for me, we could maybe have a little bit less expensive product. But for today, we're made sure, I guarantee you that the product that's built this high grade product. And people warn me to shelter this, and so that other people don't build a fortress around this, so that other people don't copy it. But I urge people to copy it because it would not last. You will be able to use it for 10 times and it will crack. The material that we use, first of all, this is all made in USA with a lab that does my dental work. We're doing this. That's why it's a little bit more costly, especially now that the material stuff is so much more expensive. We didn't change the price on the BLAFit appliance, but our cost of making it has gone up. She saw the bill for producing one of this, how much it cost me. But we're not producing them in mass numbers, so the company will have like, if you made this many, is this much. But we're making it with the highest grade FDA material nylons that you can use this BLAFit appliance for 2-3 years. If you do it correctly and don't have it in the hand of a dog or a child that could crack it, it will never crack. I guarantee you. We've done testing on it. We've done safety testing on it. It bears almost 400,000 cycles, 400,000 of this cycle over a machine, computer that was doing it like that, pushing it like that. It's not even it's much stronger than our mouth, and it almost started to cracking after 400,000 times. I would love to challenge somebody out there to be able to bring something in this grade with this technology and this science and see if it's gonna last that long. You're getting something quality, something that's gonna last you for a few years. You're getting my expertise behind it. Trust me, you deserve it. Get it and let us train you.
Yes.
I
think that's a perfect note to end on. So
doesn't seem like we have any questions.
Thank you so much everyone for joining us. As always, you can find us on Instagram, which is BLAFit. And also for those of you who have joined us on our live, if you notice, we actually do have a 30% off discount.
Oh, wow.
That is just only for people that watch us on live. So if you're interested, take advantage of that. You're not going to get this deal elsewhere. And if you're just like a regular customer on Amazon, you won't get the deal either. It's just for the people that view us on Amazon Live.
And I want you to know 30% is what our wholesaler people that buy it for wholesale get discount, and you're getting actually a wholesaler discount. I had no idea it's 30%.
Yeah.
All right, great.
So yes, we'll catch you here next week.
And we'll be here right now for Dr. Haas supplements.
Absolutely. So thank you everyone.
For now, bye. How many people are viewing us?